when they bring the wire up from downstairs, they're on spools like this. And this is hard wire here. So what we do is we run them through the furnaces here. They'll come through and they'll come out on this side here on these spools. And now they're ready for spooling to send to our customers. The wire is going to be a candy camera. Let's go there a little. Okay. From there, the wire comes in on spools like this, and she'll take the spool and put it on these machines here, and then you run on these types of spools, and that's the finished product. Okay, from there, the spool will come over to here. It has a label put on it with the information for the customer, the date, what type of wire it is, and it's tested here on this machine to get the resistance that the customer requests, and then from here it goes over to be weighed and shipped, and that's back outside again. At that point, the wire's weighed, wrapped up with our wrappers, and they're put in the boxes and sent to the customers. And that's the process all the way throughout.
I think Jelliff has been able to manage through the recession basically because of good management and understanding staff. I've been told historically during good times and bad times the company has always managed. During the Depression of the 30s, I've been told this company that had over 100 employees never laid off or fired or terminated one employee during that time. And how they were able to manage that was just overall good staffing and good management of the people. And I believe we're still doing so today. We still have, 3 or 4 years ago, we had roughly 80 employees. Today we're down to about 75, and the difference was not because of terminations, but from retirements. There is an understanding from the employees' view. They understand that the main goal of the business is to be profitable. We recently had to take a hard look at our healthcare plan. With continuous 15 to 20% increases in its costs, it has gotten to the point where the company can no longer afford to pay the full share of the plan for the employees. But at the same time, management did not want to put any undue pressure on the employees by making them pay for a part of it, because in the sense that it will be a reduction in their salaries. So we took the approach of changing the plan, making it more less costly to the company. We changed some of the features of it, but not enough to make it difficult for the employees to use it. Pass some costs on to the employees in the form of co-pays, so they don't have to have a regular monthly deduction, but should they use the plan, they pay a little bit more for it. It was a happy medium between the employee and management. Everybody gains from it, but at the same time we maintained a good plan for the employees and a happy relationship between management and employees.
Well, let's make sure that we don't think that we've got someone else putting things on a list.
Well, he says, Mr. Kelly.
That's not going to work.
Well, Mr. Kelly.
That's not going to work.
Okay, well,
that's not going to work.
Well,
Am I not correct? He's going to the hospital?
Yes.
Okay, but that's fine then.
That's not going to work. We're not going to do it ever again.
Well, that's why
no more verbalization undies.
I asked Shirley if she can.
And we got to get some system.
Put it in writing what you need.
Well, that's what I did. I gave it a list. I gave it to Shirley, and she was
then a copy of this should go back to you to make sure you got what you needed.
Okay.
And when you do this, how many do you want?
See, I didn't do that. I don't know who did that.
Mr. Kelly did that.
See, I never even seen that.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
I mean, if we can get some copies like this of blank ones, and then I can have Bill put the size he needs and the amounts he wants, we can do it that way. That'll work.
Right our way.
And have Bill put what he needs that way.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good.
Our competitors range from the multi-billion-dollar international corporation to other companies similar to ours. The only way we can compete with them is on price. We have to have the best price and the best delivery schedules in order to make sure our customers stay with us or to acquire new customers. We have to be able to prove to our competition that we are hungry and willing and able to take care of the job, and be able to convince the customers we're here. We've been in business for over 100 years, which kind of proves to everybody that we're not a fly-by-night operation. We get no subsidies from the federal government. We pay duties on anything we import. There are restrictions on the quantity that can be imported. While you have countries like China, not only low cost, but their monetary situation is subsidized. They have no environmental laws, so they do almost anything they want to. Or we have layers and layers of restrictions that we have to implement first.
Well, I just thought I'd let you know there's only 12 boxes left of the new oil burners with gasket down there. There's only 12 left on the skid. 12 boxes. They came
How
from
much is a
China, I
box?
think, to Florida and then to here. 360 a box. We had, I think, 36,000 came in.
The recent wave of corporate corruption, in a sense, has not played much role in how Jelliff maintains its books or does business. We've always done everything according to current accounting standards. Most things that have been taking place in Congress and in the business world have to affect the publicly held companies who have stockholders constantly watching what's going on, with the SEC, other government agencies watching. Our stock is not traded on the open market, and the laws that are being placed on them do not really affect how we do business. On a professional side, though, I do read what's going on and understand what the new policies are. So in many cases, I do incorporate them in my daily work habits. And any changes that have to be made, in many cases, I do implement them here, even though they haven't. I really don't have to, because we are a privately held company. I do anyway to ensure that we have accurate and reliable information.
That we shipped against, and then it was applied to this one.
Which is a different one.
Right, so Norm is using it and he's using it against here, and he's showing this one open.
Why is he playing against a new one? We still the old one open.
Exactly.
So Norm should change it.
Well, I had to write something up to clarify everything. So that's what I'm going to be writing. Or sending, should I say. Because I don't want to reopen this one.
Well, you got to explain this better then.
Okay.
You're saying that this order 35443 was applied to order 34764
Right.
to complete that order.
That's this one.
Okay.
And that's the one we made up for Florida to send to LGM because they needed paperwork.
Jello's future is basically going to be, unfortunately, out of the manufacturing area, simply because we cannot compete with China or with the other low-cost countries. We are going to be doing the importing and selling of the material. The manufacturing of the wire sooner or later is going to come to an end. If you do any fabrication, that's going to be done overseas, simply because that's where it's going to be done cheaply. There'll be no way that we can afford to stay in business and manufacturing in the States as we do today.